Welcome to another St. By Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised.
And welcome to the St. By Night YouTube channel where we play St. Petersburg By Night, a massive multiplayer tabletop role-playing game set in the world of darkness. We play Vampire the Masquerade, Hunter the Reckoning, and Werewolf the Apocalypse. My name is Nikki, also known as Crafty Mirage, and you can find me on all social media at Crafty Mirage, and I am one of the storytellers here at St. By Night. Make sure to check out St. By Night on all major social media platforms. We're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we're on Twitch. But you should check us out on our website, stpbynight.com, where we have our city map, our storyteller profiles, our threat meter, and links to all of our podcasting platforms. If you aren't already a subscriber here on Twitch, you should go ahead and hit that follow button. And by Twitch, I mean YouTube, but you should go ahead and hit that follow button and catch up on our past episodes. And if you're interested in playing with us, come join our Discord server and be a part of our amazing community. Today we are playing Mementos, one of our chronicles here on St. By Night. Let's introduce our players.
Hello, I am Lilith. I play Leaf, the totally not re-traumatized all over again in this moment, Lasombra.
Hi, I'm Wex. I play Emmerich Vale, the coterie's premier, who is highly skeptical of where Leaf went at the end of our mission.
Hi, I'm Ro. I play Sean Allen, the sure shot nerdy Nosferatu.
Hi, I am Penshi, and I play the sickly, nerdy, healthy impaired Nosferatu Wally.
Hey, I'm Lisa, and I play Parker, your friendly neighborhood brewpub.
In our last session, the coterie went to Twilight Bay Resort, where they went ahead and tracked down Vera, one of Isabel's former handmaidens, and I wouldn't say ambushed her, but they ambushed her. They organized a strategy on how to take her out efficiently, quickly, and most importantly, quietly, which they did without any hesitation. Sean sniping the chick from the roof, while Emmerich and Parker effectively knocked her the rest of the way to torpor and knocked her body into a pool while Emmerich took care of the kind surrounding her. While that happened, Wally snuck off to chase after Aisha, the final handmaiden of Isabel's little entourage, and how Charlotte described her as the clever one. She made a deal with Wally that he would let her go in that moment and not pursue her in exchange for a flash drive containing the contents of Oscar Vasquez's work laptop. Wally very, very much readily agreed to that compromise and let her do her thing while taking the flash drive and beginning to pore over the contents. And finally, Leaf, discovering that the La Sombra that had been assisting Vera and Aisha via repayment of a boon, discovered that this La Sombra was her mother, Belladonna, going by the name Teresa, amongst others. Leaf went to follow her mother as she left the hotel. And last they left off, she got into the car with her mother to introduce herself to the prince and follow proper Camarilla etiquette. We're going to pick up our scene at the Haven that night. The coterie has managed to transport the handmaiden Vera to the coterie Haven and have placed her in the cell upstairs, aka the guest room. She's in torpor. She's not going anywhere soon, so you guys can figure out how to deal with her later. But for now, the four of you notice pretty quickly upon moving and transporting Vera's body that Leaf was nowhere to be seen and not responding to any form of communication since you last saw her at the resort. And she has not returned to the Haven. Wally, you still have the flash drive and your laptop and very much are still under clan compulsion for the Nosferatu.
I am going to sit on some surface and I'm going to open a virtual machine inside my laptop and I am going to plug in the flash drive. So that way if it's something fishy, it stays contained. And also using a VPN because I'm not dumb.
Okay. But the scene is yours, everyone.
You said it's the next night or later this night?
It's the same night, just to wrap up this to wrap up the evening. You guys are all at the have reconvened at the Haven and have noticed that Leaf is no longer with you. Parker, you are also still dripping wet.
So Wally, that drive that the clever one left with you. What do you think's on it?
That's why I'm trying to find out. By the way, if you go, the deal I made with her is that I was not gonna go looking for her. That I was not going.
We all heard. You're fine. Yes. I didn't expect you to chase this.
Thank you. You're going to do it, right?
I'm not going to chase it.
But you can find out where she went.
Yeah, of course.
So you're going to do it. And let's find out, shall we?
It's getting really late, though. Probably not tonight. I'll have to follow back up tomorrow.
Can you do that?
Follow up? Yeah, absolutely.
Weren't you worried that Vera was going to just vanish into the void?
I don't control the sun. We don't have enough time to be out there and searching for her. We've done a lot tonight, and it's getting very late.
Yeah, it's about 3 a.m. It's like a little past 3 a.m. now, and the sun will be rising in just a few hours.
Fair enough.
So are we all going to be staying here for the night, or are we going to return to our respectful places?
Yeah, I think we should stay here. I don't think we should leave that one alone.
All right, Chomper, you got to change your clothes?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Has anyone heard from Leaf?
Oh, I tried to leave some messages, but it's a no-go. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, she's Alessandra. I don't think phone messages will work very much.
True.
Yeah, well, she does have an assistant with her.
I'm going to turn
You
to Lenny
all
and
don't think it's
have you
a
heard of her?
coincidence? I'm just saying, we got attacked by a bunch of Lasombra. She claimed to have absolutely no idea who they were, and then after the mission, she's just gone. You don't think that's suspicious? I think it's a little suspicious.
Maybe she went and did some spy work. I
You
don't want to create controversies
I'm not
right
criti-
this moment. Yes, it's suspicious, but I don't think we can readily judge.
I'm not
a little
saying we
bit.
hang her. I'm simply saying, like, I wouldn't be shocked if she doesn't come back. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, maybe the La Sombra eaten her, but that's very probable. If she went to find some information and never comes back, either defective or she was eaten. That's also that,
Well,
as per their reputation goes.
we can give her until tomorrow night, the end of tomorrow night, to reach out to us. Hopefully we can find out something by then. Hopefully she'll reach out to us by then, but right now it is getting late, and we'll just have to hope that she's all right.
I mean, if anything, we can always ask Lenny to message Marigold and see if she noticed anything. And if Marigold passes away, we know that Leaf is no more.
Oh, Leaf definitely cut off their contact a while ago. She's been super paranoid and super isolated. I don't know. She can try though.
But nothing.
I suppose.
So what do I find in the hard drive, Crafty?
So you're going. Okay. So make me a wits and investigation.
Okay. Can I blood search?
Nice.
Sure.
I have dot in investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a 10 in the blood search, baby.
Get an extra dice for me too. Go.
Oh, nice. Wits and investigation, blood surge, and Emmerich. That's a very pretty dice pool. That's 7 successes.
All right, with 7 successes, you start going through the contents of the flash drive. It is a very large flash drive holding several folders. You find standard emails that have been logged and filed away to superiors and coworkers. It looks like he has like an HR, just in case I have to send something to HR folder where he keeps documentation of conversations he's had with superiors in the department. You also find that there's a folder that just has images. Some are family images, but you also note that some of the images look to be, you would consider them controversial, considering that they're photos of supernatural entities. You can see photos of a wolf in a cage. You can see you find photos of various experimentations on blood and the reaction they have to UV light, etc. You find photos of a blonde man with a beard with several severe burns on his arm that look like they are being made by a burning rod. You also find files about various subjects known as blank bodies that the SI seems to be investigating at the moment.
The question for you, since I'm helping, I would assume I have at least most of this information as well.
Wally's going a lot faster than you in processing this information, so you're getting some of it, mainly the photos, but like the fine text while you're helping him, he's moving through it very quickly because he's just very much in the midst of a Nosferatu.
My main thing is the picture of the burned with the rods, if that is obviously a kindred.
Oh,
I'm be very interested in that and looking for more information from that particular photo.
In fact, you actually recognize the kindred in the photo because he's your regent.
Oh,
It's Adamar?
Yes.
Yeah.
But only the only people that would recognize Adamar in the photo because Wally and Sean didn't attend the Elysium to speak for the Salubri. Only Emmerich and Parker know what in the coterie what Adamar looks like.
Okay, Crafty, that gave me a couple questions if I can ask.
Yeah.
And also, he was extremely mutilated at that point.
Yeah, these are early photos.
Do we have an address, location, / anything compelling to facilities where that might have been taken? Like at least code name for the facility? Second question, do I find anything on Carmen between amongst the blank bodies, and do I have any names and locations for those blank bodies they are looking on?
So let's so the first
last one, did I find anything?
I'm gonna go by these one at a time. So first question, because that's a lot of information at once to process. To answer the first question, you find that some of the photos are attached to like note folders where the kindred in the photo doesn't even have a name in the file. It's just referred to as a string of numbers, subject, and then numbers on attached to the word subject. And you find notes of the various testing done on him. You find things like garlic didn't work, roses didn't work, but silver did, stuff like that. And that fire very effective, sunlight very effective, stuff like that. Basically to indicate that they were using this kindred as a test subject for methods on how to deal with kindred. And there was a location for where testing was being done, but you see that there's a line, like a virtual line, through the name of the facility, and in parentheses, lost in fire.
Okay. Do you want me to repeat the second question?
Yes.
Did I find anything compelling to Carmen or kindred that we know amongst the blank bodies, or the blank bodies have any locations, names, and etc. that we might identify them from?
You see some photos. You see a photo of a very beautiful young 18-year-old woman who is wearing a University of South Florida hoodie, shorts and Uggs, and wearing a hat kind of kept low to her face. Getting out of a very nice SUV. You see photos of her, and just in notation, suspected blank body, rare sighting. You find photos of various kindred that suspected kindred and some confirmed kindred, and there are individuals who have been confirmed killed or missing, or that are missing, no longer in the city. The ones that have been killed are individual, like they don't have a photo for this one, but one individual that has been killed is simply known as the door opener. But he and it's just no photo provided for him, and that confirmed killed. Then there's confirmed kill of an individual connected to the Church of Scientology who was taken out at Indian Rocks Beach. Confirmed man who was picked up from a church and taken care of then. You find that more than a handful of kindred had been taken out by SI or people adjacent to the SI.
Okay.
And you do find that there are kindred that are still in the city who are suspect. You find people like the Seneschal. You find a lot of the individuals are no longer in the city from what you remember, but the Seneschal is one. A young woman with purple hair, with like purple money pieces, and like this very attractive young man is in the suspected folder. If if Emmerich was looking at it, he would recognize Primogen Charlie, who spoke at Elysium.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You find that you also Wex. You would also recognize Shug in one of the photos.
Okay.
You would recognize Carmen in one of the as suspected in one of the photos. Just a lot of suspected kindred.
Okay.
And
so
it's an indication that the SI are pretty much know that there are kindred here and are slowly working on dealing with them.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab another flash drive, a secured one with passwords, and I'm going to copy those files to that. Not going to transfer, I'm going to copy those files.
What was the third question before you do any actions?
And if I find anything about a specific kindred that I'm trying to locate, and I have put on my chat who I'm looking for.
So yes. All right. So
Anything that might give up. Name, location, studies that refer. And I am ready to try and hack for hidden files.
there are
on this.
okay. So as you look with you got 7 successes. You are looking through some of the images. None of the subjects are named. Like, none of the kindred are named. They don't have the names for any kindred that are in their files. They just have them as subjects or marks. It's almost like they choose not to name them to dehumanize them, almost. But you do find in the experimentation folder photos of another kindred being experimented on, though this one is, you see this one is being used as a reference on containment. It's the you wouldn't know there was a kindred in there if it weren't for the notes, because and this is a trigger warning for one of my players who has issues with trigger warning for anyone with issues for binding of the head, like just covering heads and blinding. The individual in the photos has pretty much their entire head covered with an IV tube being fed into their mouth. Their eyes are completely wrapped up and blocked by some sturdy and heavy-looking helmet that appears to be magnetized to the slab behind them. where they are physically restrained and tied to, with silver stakes going through the palms of the hand and several heavy-duty restraints on each joint of the body, as well as the middle of the torso, the shoulders, the pelvis. This is not a way for a kindred to live. This kindred that is being restrained this way is must live in excruciating agony on a daily basis. And they have no name. They are categorized as female. And they note that it's been in custody for 15 years.
How old are the notes? Like, what is the last
notes?
edit to that file?
So the notes have been going back as far as 5 years, but any other previous notes started 10 years ago before the notes really started to come in at about 5 years ago. But
No,
prior,
I want to see how recently.
how
this has
recent the
been
notes
edited.
were? The last edit was about 2 months, 3 months ago. It was about 3 months ago when there was some notation of brain activity, strange brain activity.
Does Emmerich see any of this?
You see the photo of the restrained kindred.
And the other information, not so much.
Wally's the one who's speed reading.
But I
Does it
have
have any
any
locations? Hang on. Does it have any locations, anything aside from the notes? For the experiment?
I will say that the location has been redacted, but there is a list of supervisors to contact for transportation to the facility.
Good enough. Can I try and unredact the file?
No. Like any notes that are not electronic redacted, like these are photocopies. They're scanned. They're papers that have been scanned. It's clear that any information that they take regarding this subject is written.
So I have context now. So I must say, when I get to that, I start reading slowly.
If Emmerich is catching on to this, any one of those bits of information, he suspects, stop. I need that.
I know you do.
That's her. I know it's her.
I would imagine. That's why I went looking for it. I'm going to grab that info and I'm going to put it on a pen drive for him.
Okay. So you move. So you move the information of that subject into a flash drive. As soon as you move, those files successfully move. But give me a wits and investigation. Not investigation, a wits and technology roll.
Can I blood search for that? Because
Yes,
I'm
you
paying
can.
very close attention.
You can blood search, yes.
I have a dot in technology if I can assist with that too, but if not, that's fine.
Ooh, baby, don't tease me. That's a 6 with a crit.
6 with a crit. Really good. Not enough.
I'm good at my job. Jesus.
So you copy the files to the flash drive that you are going to be giving to Emmerich that contains the information on his sire. When all of a sudden you see files on the flash drive beginning to disappear, one at a time. Now you can try to copy more files onto the flash drive if you want. However, transferring files when whatever is happening could potentially pose a risk to the information on the flash drive being corrupted as well.
On the second flash drive.
On the
Or on Oscar. Because Oscars are disappearing, right?
Oscars are disappearing, and basically you risk creating a bridge between the flash drives.
I think I'll take the risks. Why not?
No. But I have no idea what Wally's doing, so I don't actually do anything about it. It's fine.
So
We lost.
If anyone, so anyone in the room can give me a wits and awareness on the computer.
Okay.
Because we don't have the tech ghoul that we were supposed to have, right?
All right. 3 successes for me.
3 successes.
I only got 1 success.
1 success, okay. Sean, were you gonna roll?
I'm sorry, what were we rolling for? My bad.
Wits and awareness to see if you can see what's going on the computer.
Got 3 successes.
All right. So, Parker, you don't know much of like this level of tech with computers. So, for all you know, things are just being transferred between flash drives. Like you've glanced over, but honestly, this is pretty boring compared to what you did earlier today, which was take out the handmaiden and like tackle her into a pool. That was pretty fun. But Sean and Emmerich, you do notice that the files on Wally's computer are going missing. Or like on the window for Oscar's flash drive are going missing. Are starting to disappear.
As soon as I notice that, I think I'm going to feel a sense of panic, and you can have Lanny treat that however you want. And I'm going to try and like reach over and just quickly grab it.
Real quick, this is just a notice. Wally, if you want to risk it, you can try to create a little additional security by giving a you're having to do this quickly. So wits and intelligence, and if you have a cybersecurity specialty, you can add that.
I don't have the specialty, but those are damn nice dice pools. Can I blood search for it?
Yes.
I get hungry. Okay. Ooh, those odds are nice. I like those odds. Those odds are very nice. This deserves a picture, y'all. This sorely deserves a picture. Okay, so I got 2 sets of 10s, like 2 crits, and a 9. Got both ones on the hunger dice.
9 with the double crit.
Yeah,
it sounds like 9 with a double crit. All right, so I will give you the choice. Do you have to? So you already have the file, like the files on Emmerich Sire. Those have been secured, and whenever you transferred them, it triggered something within the flash drive. You have the choice of either successfully transferring the other experimentation files, or you have you can transfer the list of suspected kindred in the city.
I have read a couple names already, right?
Yes. You have read a few of them.
Okay, I want the experimentations, and I'm going to just write down the field that I got so I can be like, hey, I noticed this much before the flash drive went kaboof. You can do your own research.
Okay.
So I want the experimentations for scientific purposes.
All right. So, Wally, you quickly managed to move one more file folder safely before Emmerich's hand comes in and quickly rips the flash drive out of the laptop.
You dumb motherfucker!
They were going away. This is it. This
And
is,
you might have just corrupted everything!
I did not.
You
Have
see,
you ever tried to pull out a flash drive, thumb drive, whatever you call it, out of a
They're-
computer without saving it first?
Yeah, that's how they're designed to work. You put it on there,
No,
you pull
they're
it out.
not. They're designed to be ejected.
Ejected? What are you talking about? No, it's
Oh,
it's
Jesus
fine.
Christ, he's a boomer.
Wow.
You
that's
see-
rude.
you see, more the files start to more quickly disappear, and what's being left behind in their wake. In the wake of the files disappearing, you know that little icon of the piece of paper that looks like broken?
Mm-hmm.
The corrupted image, like the corrupted file icon? A bunch of those are being left behind
Well, thank
with
you.
with data packets. Basically, their error code, like what's the icon. When if you were to click it and put it into notes, it would give you the error code of the corruption.
And I believe no one can uncorrupt them.
They would have to be someone extremely skilled with technology.
Keeping the hard drive then.
Somewhat
Maybe one day.
Probably the only person who would be able to uncorrupt them would be the person who created the reason for them to be corrupted.
Yeah, I'll keep my chances.
All right. Did you click on any of the files to see what the error code is?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. You click the error code and you just see the following word. I'm typing it in beta chat. You see the following word just repeated over and over and over and over and over and over and over across the note.
Oh no. S out of character.
In character, Mementos. That's weird. What's that mean?
Isn't that guy from Tampa though?
Oh, with the letters being all different. Yeah, the at this an A. Yeah, Marius. Yeah, that makes sense. That's
Why the fuck is it on the FBI flash drive? Or is it...
Oh, maybe Marius was trying to do something about
Horrible.
them. Maybe, I don't know. That seems weird to leave a signature on something you do against the SI, though. That seems odd.
I mean, that's interesting at least. Well,
I-
we can always try and let the sheriff know.
I mean, this is just what she said it was from the SI stuff.
That's true.
How would
Wait.
they have gotten it? How do we know this isn't something else?
I know that this is at least contains enough data to be somewhat legitimate, based on what I have seen and who I have seen.
Yeah, there's enough information for the SI. I don't know what else can he be, at least. Oscar's computer was the one that she had, so... meh. Though we still have to find another one of those if Vera can try and help us. Carmen's missing hers.
Armin's missing hers?
Well, didn't she collect the boon for us to grab her flash drive?
Yeah, she said if we found her flash drive, I guess that's true. You don't think this was hers, do you?
I mean, it doesn't look like it. I mean, we can always ask Vera about it.
Well, we could ask Carmen about it. Like, we had this drive with the SI stuff on it. I don't know if it's the real drive or not, but we got it from, the handmaiden.
And we were also told not to use it.
Come again, my darling?
we were also told not to use it.
Yeah, but
We as in who? That information never came to me.
That's true.
Not when y'all spoke to her one-on-one?
Even if that was
Yeah, y'all spoke to her one-on-one.
Yes, but didn't y'all go to, like, we went back there just so Emmerich could talk to her?
Yeah, but she just said that she wants the thing and that she explained to you.
Either way, we didn't know it was her hard drive, and it's probably not her hard drive, or flash drive, pen drive, whatever. It's not her drive, because it's the SI drive, unless somehow for some reason she copied the SI data onto Carmen's drive, which I guess she might do. I mean, Aisha is supposed to be the clever one, right? So I mean, I guess it's possible.
So we took a random flash drive from some lady we've been hunting and just plugged it in like it was no big deal.
I mean, I did it carefully and at least paid off. I got some very interesting information. And I'm very happy with that. I think it was still worth it.
Might want to do a little virus check or whatever on your laptop.
Sure, I will run, I don't know, Norton VPN or some shit like that.
So, you feel dawn approaching. It's time to go to sleep, everyone. You can feel it in your blood, the need to retreat somewhere safe so you can sleep the day away. Luckily, you have places you can hunker down in the coterie haven upstairs. So it's probably best to to retreat for the evening and revisit the conversation in the morning or in the evening.
Then that's definitely what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, I'm not staying up to watch the sun. That's not a thing I'm gonna do.
I mean, if Wally wants to, that's Wally's business.
Look at my face and tell me to face the sun, motherfucker.
2 hours prior to the coterie, turning in for the evening and doing all that fun flash drive research. Leaf, you and your mother drove to Elysium. She made her introductions as needed, requesting that you stay in the car while she did so. And she returns maybe 30 minutes later, but in those 30 minutes, what was going through your mind while she was away and left you in the vehicle?
A lot of things. The very first one is, no, I need to go with you. You're gonna be killed. What are you gonna say? What is she gonna say? What is she gonna do? I haven't seen her since I was 14. What the fuck is going on? She said something about a boon. She was stuck under a boon. This isn't her fault. Everybody gets fucking stuck in shitty situations. God, this is such a mess. I wonder what my coterie is doing. They're all fucking pissed at me. Did I make the right choice? I couldn't just walk away. I couldn't just walk away. I couldn't just walk away.
So
Where is she?
These thoughts are just circling in your mind again, like one after the other. As you anxiously go from sitting within the car to pacing outside of the car to just being restless altogether. If your heart could beat, it would be racing. And after 30 minutes, Belladonna returns to returns to the parking lot. You'll have been outside the car when she returns and is approaching calmly with no injury and looking calm and collected.
Leaf will let out a deep breath unnecessarily and look at her and say, did it all go well?
Yes, I explained to Prince Russo, is his name, I suppose. I explained to Prince Russo that I have been in the city for a couple of days now, that I wasn't sure of who to contact since it seems that our family has no representation here, which I found odd. And he asked me a few questions and asked me my intentions for staying in the city. I gave them to him and he granted me the right to make haven here and to feed on the kind of the hunting grounds, as it were.
All right, well. Leaf just kind of looks down at the ground. No idea how to handle this situation. Emotions are not her strong suit. She doesn't know how to break the ice, so to speak. She doesn't know what the next words to be. There's a flurry of things going on inside of her brain, and she knows that nothing is safe to talk about right now.
You see her eyes suddenly go black, and she glances over her shoulder and is slowly just casting a keen eye around the area. Should we converse in the vehicle?
I think that would be a very wise decision at this point.
Wise for our clan, especially. The shadows hear everything.
Indeed, they do, and they're always watching.
She smirks, her eyes still pitch black. The little bit of veins around her eyes, her eyelids, black, like the same shade of black as her pupils and sclera. And she gets in the car and holds the door open for you.
Leaf peers around, interested to try and see what her mother has picked up, although she does not have the exact same abilities.
Give me a wits and awareness.
I would like to blood search for this.
Okay.
I did pass. I only got 5 successes.
5 successes. All right. 5 successes is enough. In a shadowy corner of the building, for some reason you feel your gaze just settles there for a moment. You blink, and as you blink and your eyes open again, you see a white face hidden, like peering out of the shadows in your direction, almost watching you and assessing you in the moment. Not just you, probably the individual in the car as well. But you blink again and the face is gone.
Do I recognize the face?
Oh yeah, it's a blank white face.
Oh, yeah. I make a little nod in that direction before getting into the car and closing the door behind me.
Belladonna leans forward and looks to the driver. Daniel, if you would be so kind as to drive to... Well, and she looks to Leaf. Any recommendations on a place to stay?
That depends on your intentions while being in the city.
I've come to do as I was requested by the family in Chicago.
What?
The La Sombra in Chicago requested that I come to St. Petersburg. The city is severely lacking in La Sombra representation, and they thought that I might help in that regard.
Okay. Well, we are in the same boat. And Leaf looks outside the window and ponders for a moment. The only truly safe place would be my own.
Do you provide the driver the address?
Is he safe?
He's mine.
Then yes, I provide the location.
The driver starts going, getting on the road, driving through the relatively quiet by this point in the evening night through the downtown area towards the neighborhood that you and Marigold share a house together. It's going to be about a 20-minute drive. And Belladonna simply eyes you out of the corner of her, out of the corner of her eye, as if she's waiting for you to decide ultimately on which question you wish to land on.
Well, I guess first things first. What the hell happened that night?
New York was a very complicated place around that time. From a Kindred standpoint, it was still recovering from the sect war. There were some pockets of Sabbat still lingering and creating trouble, and the Camarilla was attempting to eradicate them once and for all. The Sabbat that did linger relied heavily on ghouls to function, to survive. I was one of those ghouls. The night that I left, one of the agents of the Camarilla had found us. He opened fire. I got hit. But he didn't care what happened to me. He didn't care to see if I lived or died. He just left me there with several bullets in me. And left to try to find the rest of the Sabbat coterie that was lingering in there. I was dying. And then a La Sombra chose to embrace me. And I had been bouncing between New York, Chicago, Seattle, and Italy for the past, 14 years now? Really did just fly by.
Who was the man who shot you and left you to die?
Surprisingly, I do know that. I had always assumed, I didn't know he was a kindred until later. But a Bruja. He was a Bruja that served the Mafia, actually. Mainly worked for a family called the DeLucas, but I don't know where he's ended up. Went by the name of Gabriel.
So, okay. Leaf is going to attempt to remain blank-faced.
Give me a composure and... Are you panicking for real? Like, what's your,
I just shrieked at the top of my lungs and slammed my fist down on my table.
All right, so that's gonna be a composure and subterfuge because you're clearly trying to hide your emotion, your true emotions. False, like putting on a false face is technically a lie.
Okay, yeah. What was that rule again?
Composure and subterfuge.
I'm gonna blood surge again for this one. I do not pass it. I get a little bit hungrier. Yeah, that's gonna be a 3 successes from me, dog.
You try your best to hold back your anger, I suppose?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do your best to hold back your anger, but Belladonna knows you very well and turns her head slightly towards you. And why such a reaction?
I just want to know the person who shot my mother.
A Bruja in New York, sweetie. It's of no consequence anymore. I died. I would have died if I would have died regardless of what happened that night. Whether it be by his bullet or by the embrace. But I did die that night.
The difference is that the embrace saves you. Getting shot a bunch of times does not.
You can potentially survive getting shot at, but in that case, it was unlikely.
Are you allowed to say who the Somber was that embraced you?
My sire prefers to not advertise his name.
Of course. Leif is just like clenching her fists on her legs every once in a while, just trying to remain calm. Why were you with the handmaidens?
Aisha, that one, she showed up in Chicago about a year ago. She was attempting to make some connections with various kindred. And in passing, I found myself indebted to her and her broodmate, Vera. Ugh. But I found myself in their debt. I found out they were going to be traveling to St. Petersburg along the same time as myself, and they requested my assistance in apprehending an FBI agent. Some young-looking kindred. I don't know what clan she was, but she was on the beach with some gentlemen wearing glasses and an unseasonably warm jacket. And Vera was enticing him, and the little one broke the FBI agent's neck.
Damn.
But from what I understand, those are friends of yours, yes?
They are. Not friends.
Associates, then.
Associates, yes.
They were smart to leave. I got the better. My beast got the better of me that night.
It happens.
A few hours ago, rather. It's been a very long night.
It really has. Thank you for not killing any of them.
Killing is against the traditions. At least killing kindred.
You said it yourself, your beast got the best of you. So.
Yes, well, I offered it its preferred meal, so I soothed it after a moment. Your associates shouldn't leave bodies behind, by the way.
No, they shouldn't, but
I took care of it.
I appreciate that.
What other questions do you have?
Are we on the same side?
Are any kindred on the same side? You've been around long enough, I assume, to have an idea to the answer to that question.
But you and I are not just two kindred living in the world together.
I am always on your side.
Leaf lets out another sigh. I also noticed when I got here the lack of any of our clan.
It's why I was sent, another reason being to take accounting for you.
I am so sorry.
It's fine. Your sire is otherwise occupied in Chicago.
Of course he is. Always is. But that's neither here nor there. I have started formulating and acting on plans to establish our clan here.
Good. And I will help. Which I believe includes introducing myself to that thing that was hiding in the shadows.
Yes. It's either you make yourself known or he makes himself known. And I have found that being polite and the first one to speak has gotten me a lot farther than others who have tried to run away.
I'll keep that in mind.
There is also another here, though, who is technically the primogen of the Lasombra.
And who is that?
She goes by the name of Marguerite, and she runs a church.
You see her wrinkle her nose a bit. That one I've heard of.
Yes, she's a very interesting character.
Well, perhaps tomorrow I can go with you to meet your associates and offer sincerest apologies for my behavior this evening. Plus, it might not look good to them right now. You came with me and left them to deal with Vera. Possibly Aisha. Though Aisha's smart, she would have fled if they took down Vera quickly enough.
I know that they were able to take down Vera.
Good. She was awful. Well, let's settle for the morning, get our sleep, and then we will wake with the sunset and reconvene with your associates.
Sounds good. And Bella,
Yes?
I'm very glad that you're still here. I've missed you so much.
She reaches over and pulls you closer to her, wraps her arm around you, and just starts gently stroking your hair.
Leaf just sighs and takes what she can out of this moment.
All right. You all enter your day sleep, falling into torpor, and sleep the day away. Life continues while you, the dead, sleep. People go to work. They go hang out with their friends. They go through their day-to-day lives, whether it's running errands, being responsible, spending time with their family and friends. Life continues. But eventually, the sun sets once more. As you all rouse from your day sleep, you can go ahead and give me your rouse checks for the morning, or the evening, rather.
I passed.
I don't.
I'm at 3 hunger now. It's fine.
I failed.
I'm
Yay!
at 3 hunger. Yeah.
That was rouse and blush though. Like I was at
Okay.
2, now I'm at 3. So
I am
also
at
passed
4
my
hunger.
blush.
You pass your blush? Okay.
I am at 4 hunger. I
Ooh.
don't pass my blush and I don't pass. Yesterday, the other day took everything from Wally. He wakes up mad and
What?
bleeding.
And what did you get, Sean?
I have 3 hunger altogether because I filled my brows and blush.
Gotcha.
I also filled both.
But I do have an emergency blood bag for the occasion.
Okay. You can go down to 1 hunger. All right. Anyone who needs to do a hunting check before we continue the scene, go ahead and do so. I'll
Do I
say
need
that.
to roll anything extra?
No, you just roll your hunting check as normal.
Okay, that's a 3.
Okay. You are able to successfully find some prey and go down to 1 hunger.
Munch, munch, munch.
Since they're already at the hospital.
Yeah. I will say I only carry 1 emergency bag with me, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
So
are you also going hunting?
No, I'm good with that one I had.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk with you about resupply later.
Okay. Leash, Parker, Leaf, and Emmerich, are you guys going hunting?
Yes, I'm going hunting. And I have 2 successes.
How many?
Oh, yeah. No, I get 1 more dice. Hold on, let me check. 3 successes.
3 successes. You're able to find someone to feed on and are able to go down to whatever hunger level you need to go to.
I got 4 successes for hunting.
4 successes. You're easily able to. You're a Sandman, correct?
Correct.
You are easily able to find a nursing home where you can just sneak in. People like old people tend to be asleep earlier in the evening, so you go to a nursing facility, find someone who's already snoozing the evening away, and manage to slake your hunger.
I got 3 successes.
3 successes. You are also successful in finding some prey this evening. All right. So after you've all fed, the coterie gets back to the coterie. The Emmerich, Sean, Wally, and Parker return to the coterie haven, and just in time for Leaf to be about 5 minutes away in the vehicle with Belladonna. Leaf, do you prep Belladonna with anything before you arrive?
So Leaf will inform Belladonna of everybody's names and what clans they're from. She warns Belladonna that Emmerich and Wally will probably be the 2 with the most catty reactions to us showing up together, especially given the intensity of the situation, and some coterie issues that have happened as of late, and she'll just kind of awkwardly cough at that. And she would ask Bella how she wants to be introduced, like what name she wants to be introduced by.
For the past 14 years, I've been going by Teresa. So I would prefer to continue to be known as such, and that is what how I introduce myself to the prince.
All right, Teresa it is. And also, I have not gone by my name in just as long. My name is
Very well.
Leaf.
Very well. The car pulls up to the tiny beachside museum, to which Bella gives it a quizzical look, as if she doesn't understand how this is a coterie haven, but says nothing as she gets out. Her attendant opens the car door for her, and she walks and she lets herself out and waits for you to take the lead.
Leaf. Does Leaf see her face?
It's not subtle. She's not being she's not trying to hide it.
Okay.
She gave a similar face to the state of your haven as well.
Love that. You know,
It's very much judgmental Italian mother look.
yeah. Yep, I know. I will never escape it. Leaf will shrug at her and say, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I had nothing coming into this city. I'm shocked it's even this nice.
Well, maybe we can fix that now that I'm here.
We'll see. We have to get past this conversation first.
Of course. Lead the way. They're your associates. I will follow your lead.
How do we want to spin this? Do I just introduce you as my mother, or would you like to be introduced as somebody else?
I would not suggest that. Those tend to come with some judgmental opinions and also more questions than needed. Not uncommon practice amongst kindred, but not one you want known.
True.
Unless you're a Hakata, of course.
You want to be my sire?
I can be your guardian. I'm not your sire. I'm simply the one who is looking out for you in the city now.
Kinda wish you were. It would be a lot better. But yeah, we'll go with guardian. Alright. Here goes nothing.
So the rest of you heard a car pull up to the driveway of the building, and some light murmuring outside just as the door opens, and in walks Leaf.
Just Leaf?
Leaf is currently the only one to walk through the threshold.
Ah, look what the cat drug in. Told you she'd be back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a cat dragging me. However, I do have some news to share with all of you.
Sure, I think. I mean, you missed the reports the other time, so now it's only fair that you report what you found.
I found out that I'm apparently in need of a babysitter, and so Leaf will step in further and kind of gesture towards the door.
Bella steps inside. The rest of you see this rather attractive Sicilian woman in her early to mid 30s, wearing a modest but fashionable black dress that goes down to her knee and sensible heels.
Did we recognize her from last night?
she was shrouded. So I will say that you caught a glimpse of just part of her face, like mainly her eyes, which were pitch black, but you didn't see her full face. But I will allow anyone I will allow Wally, Parker, and Emmerich to give a wits it's an intelligence and either intelligence and investigation or awareness.
Oh, baby.
Would you take intelligence and insight?
I will also take intelligence and insight.
All right.
Can I blood search for this?
Sure.
I rolled
I passed.
What'd you
two
roll?
1s and a 4.
2 ones and a 4.
I'm gonna willpower for this.
Okay.
See. That's better. 5 successes.
5 successes. And what did you get, Wally?
That's a 6, no crit.
6, no crit. All right. So, Parker, you got a face full of sand that night, and you didn't get to see her face too much, and you were more occupied on snapping a neck to ensure that the scary shadow lady and the sexy Toreador didn't get Oscar. So her silhouette doesn't ring any bells, but Emmerich and Wally, her silhouette, her body shape is similar to the shadows you saw that evening. And she steps inside and nods very politely to all of you. Good evening. I understand you're Leaf's business associates.
For lack of a better term, I suppose. And I'm
You're-
just gonna look at her very suspect.
I'm Teresa.
It's nice to meet you, Teresa.
She studies you for a moment before glancing around at the others. You must be Emmerich. And that one has to be Parker. And then she glances at Sean and Wally. You have to be Sean, and then you're Walter, or Wally, correct?
Yes, Wally, if you might. How long have you been in the city?
2 evenings now. Well, 3. As of this evening.
Parker's gonna look at Leaf. I thought we weren't supposed to bring anybody here.
I thought Leaf said that she had nothing to do with the person on the beach.
She didn't. Leaf was not. I wasn't aware Leaf was part of your coterie, and and Leaf was not aware of my coming to the city.
But you don't deny you were at the beach.
I do not deny I was at the beach, no. I'm sure you have all found yourself in debt at one point and have had to do things to fulfill obligations.
So let me get this right. Leaf's new quote-unquote babysitter is the one that was working for the handmaiden that tried to kill us on the beach.
I was not working for Vera. I was merely fulfilling a boon. I would not be called a boon breaker in the Camarilla.
Potato, tomato, batata.
There's a very huge difference.
But I came to express an apology for any distress I might have caused. And I asked Leaf if she could bring me here so I may extend that apology. And she looks specifically to Parker. You in particular, I must apologize to. I got a little rough with you.
Yeah, we did. Parker looks pissed.
The beast gets the best of some of us, unfortunately, at times.
I do hope you're healing well.
And she gives you a look before glancing at Lanny. I'm healing well enough.
Fantastic. I, for one, am delighted you're in town.
Now it's Leaf's turn to be incredibly suspicious of Emmerich.
I still don't understand. You said you needed a babysitter, but why do you need a babysitter?
Kindred under accounting must have someone to account for them.
And you decide to bring your babysitter to the coterie haven, even though you don't even bring your own ghoul anymore over here because you think it's suspicious.
Well, that would be because my guardian here is not trying to kill my ghoul behind my back. And
Why
she'll
do
give
you think
Emmerich
we
a
would
look.
do that?
Either way, the purpose of a haven is to keep it under wraps, and we have failed miserably at that.
Well, I won't say anything, mainly because I don't really care. Just to be frank. I'm here in the city for my own reasons, mainly to account for Leaf here, as requested by her sire. And I wanted to offer Parker, she looks at Parker, a minor boon for any inconveniences I may have caused you. And any injury I may have inflicted.
Accepted.
Very well. So you're tracking Aisha, I assume, since you put on quite a operation at the hotel.
That is the plan, yes.
She pauses for a moment. She's a clever one. Whatever her intentions are here, they're not good.
Well, then we should find her quickly and shut her down, right? That's the idea.
Up until last night, I assume she moved up by that. Now she was staying at that hotel with Vera and myself.
I can find her.
Good. You and your clan are very good at finding people when you want to. If you'd like, I can leave.
I don't have a problem with you. Like I said, I'm thrilled you're in town.
Very well.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Do you stay, go? Do you have thoughts?
I don't mind if she stays.
Of course, Sean looks between Leaf and then Parker.
I thought that we were supposed to keep our mission and everything else under wraps, and it was a tenet that we do not speak of what we're doing to other people.
I can leave then. It's no issue. I can wait in the car and
I am
guess
no leader.
embroider.
I'm just indagging the irony and maybe hypocrisy of some of us.
Where
I
is
don't
Scott?
really care. I just needed to voice it.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of this sentence? I don't care, if you care enough to voice it.
Not necessarily. I didn't put any judgment. I was just contemplating.
Yeah, where is Scott?
Scott had gone. So Scott did return to the Haven with you. He did had his day sleep with you all. But then this morning, this evening when you guys woke, he had to go hunting as well, and did inform you, Parker, that he had to go check in on some things at work before returning, because you know how Walmart is. He needs to at least make an appearance.
I will send him a swift text about our guest. But I'm gonna do it like not really inconspicuous, but I'm not gonna make a big show of it.
She'll look. Bella will look at Parker. Do you have a harpy in this city that I can report this boon to?
Of course we do.
Do you know his name? Do you know what's their name? Where can I reach them?
Would Parker know that information?
Parker would know that information by now. Scott would have made sure you knew that any boons that needed to be recorded would have to go through the harpy Zedediah, or wait, what was the other? It's Zedediah
Ezekiel.
or Zedediah or Ezekiel Havish.
You want to speak to Zebediah Havish or Ezekiel Havish?
She pauses when you say two names before she looks around and just asks, Malkavian?
Yeah.
Not the strangest thing, but unique. Much like this city. She looks to Leaf. Leaf, should you need anything, you know how to reach me. I will be, I guess, introducing myself to our other family members in the city.
Does Leaf know how to contact her?
You're staying in the same haven.
Oh yeah, that's very true. I wasn't thinking about like that. I was thinking more of like if both of them are out and about in the city and need an emergency
I will say
situation.
that you now have on a written note the number of her attendant.
Okay, Leaf would have memorized that and then burned the paper. So yeah, Leaf will just nod at her, and before Teresa leaves, would look to the coterie and say, you know, I would also argue that since I'm thoroughly under accounting now and have a guardian, that she should be aware of my whereabouts. And as much I'm just putting an argument out there for her being here, and as much as I hate my sire, there's only so much I can get away with.
How about an additional reassurance, a boon to the coterie that I can repay in blood? I have connections with blood banks. Do any of you prefer processed?
It's fine with me, if it's fine with. And Emmerich would look over at Wally and over at Sean, and then over at Parker even, and be like, if it's okay with them.
She's not part of the coterie.
I'm leaving, but if I was gonna offer a boon in repayment in the form of feeding, should you require it. For reassurance, for additional reassurance.
Depending where you're getting the blood from.
Blood banks. I have connections with them.
You will give us the boon.
Yes, you can have the coterie can have a boon. Each of you can have up to 5 emergency feedings from my blood bank reserves.
Sounds very generous of you.
I mean, if it's alright with everyone else.
But what are the other terms of it? Okay, you are giving us that. That means that you're not going to tell anyone about this location, about this coterie?
Correct.
Its mission?
I don't know what your mission is. I just merely wanted to know who it was that the child I am now accounting for is spending her time with, because what her actions reflect on me now in the city. So if she does something wrong, or is lumped in with individuals who do something wrong, I could potentially face repercussions to my own life. I also wanted to extend an apology and a boon to those I injured last night. But I will
And
not
if you
tell
break
anyone
it-
here I'm here. I will not inform anyone of this location.
We would appreciate that. Thank you.
And if you break it,
She's already established she's not a boom breaker.
No.
I don't know if her life is on the line because the prince demanded something.
If it's the prince, wouldn't he already know where you are?
And what we're doing.
It's hypotheticals. Like,
Yes, I know. I agree.
it's called
But
science.
Wally, there's nothing we can do at this point. What is done is done. We can only make the best of the situation. As much as I
Sure then.
She'll look
dislike it.
she'll look at Leaf. Should you need me? And start walking out of the building.
Leaf will nod and see her out before coming back to the shit show she knows this is gonna be.
The scene is yours.
Wally's gonna turn back around and make a copy of the flash drive that he gave Emmerich into another one.
Yeah, Emmerich is going to allow it, and he's going to look over at Wally and be like, speaking of boons, if this pans out, although your decisions were maybe not the best, I think I owe you one. Minor, I think, but I think this is a lot for me. Thank you, Wally.
My pleasure. No problem. I mean, I was going to say you don't need a boom, but I want to record it anyway. But don't expect me coming to cash in unless you fuck royally with me.
I have no intention of fucking royally with anybody.
Thank you, because I don't like my secrets being spilt for me. And I think that we had an agreement that this haven, this coterie, were about to be a secret.
Yes,
So that's very interesting for someone that doesn't bring their own damn ghoul when it's useful.
yeah,
Is Leaf hearing all? Like, is this just like
He's not
nonchalant
hiding
me?
it. He's
Okay.
speaking plainly in the room.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Either way, we have a job to do. So are we ready to start tracking Aisha?
Sean, you receive a text message response from Scott that just simply states, "Tell me where she's going to be."
And did I get that information?
You heard her say that she was going to introduce herself to other members of the family this evening.
That's, pretty much what he writes.
You just see "got it" and then responds with, "Let Parker know I won't that I might not be home tonight. I might not be home by the end of the evening, but to not worry."
Give a little thumbs up emoji.
Continue.
Of course, see Parker, and I let her know just that. Scott's probably going to be out for the rest of the day. Night.
Parker is just kind of staring at Leaf out of the corner of her eye.
Current blunders aside, we did very well last night. Parker, you did fantastic. Sean, you were invaluable and made a hell of a shot. Wally, like I said, the information you recovered, I think, is something I've been looking for a long time. Or at least it's the biggest clue I've had in a long time. Anyway, we should. As much as I'd love to sit here and discuss the finer points of the word haven, I think we should focus on the job.
So, yeah, I think you need to do your thing to know where Aisha came, and we have a body now in our cell, so we can wake her up and.
Actually, you can't. She is in injury torpor. She's gonna be out until her body heals.
Yeah, we should probably deliver her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not going anywhere. You can deliver them both together.
I mean, realistically speaking, I would rather have this off our plate than risk Aisha recovering the body.
Okay.
I mean, would she heal faster if she had food?
Only if it's very, very old food.
Nothing we have available right now.
No.
I mean, we are handing her over to the prince. Can't we just ask him and be like, okay, yeah, she is, but we need to talk to her
What do
so
we
we
need
can
from
find the
her?
other one.
I can find the other one.
But we
Easily.
need Carmen's hard drive.
But we can find her, and that one doesn't know where Carmen's hard drive is. Aisha is the clever one, but everyone keeps saying she has.
I
the
thought
hard
she was clever because she somehow can see the future and she couldn't see me.
Well, it's better to catch the second one if we don't need her, and if we end up needing her because she's the one that knows everything, then we can tackle that bridge. But right now, if we don't need to waste resources, then we're not going to waste resources.
What is wasting resources?
Space in the cell.
By
Yeah.
doing what you're not wanting us to do instead of just going and getting the other maiden.
Are you saying we shouldn't drop her off at the museum?
Okay, if you're wanting information from her that she might not have,
I don't.
you're
care.
wanting to go find the other handmaiden.
Yeah.
We can find her and then turn them in together. That way, in case the clever one, quote unquote, doesn't have the information we need, then we can get the information from the other one.
But what
can
happens
take
if
her
the
to
clever
that-
one comes to get this one?
Yeah. Who's going to secure the body? The resources we're wasting are security for the body, which we don't want to do. It doesn't make any sense. Drop the
Okay.
body off, we get rid of it, make it Carmine's problem.
How did you handle the
Yeah.
last handmaiden?
We delivered the body, and we're allowed to interrogate them at the facility.
Okay, well, in that case, let's not waste resources then, unless, absolutely necessary.
What does that mean? Not wait. Are you saying we don't
Let's go.
drop her off
That means let's go.
or drop her
It,
off?
it means drop her off
Okay.
if we have the opportunity to interrogate her later.
Yeah.
That way we're not wasting security on her here.
Excellent. Let's do that.
There we go.
All right, so are you all going to head to drop her off at the Fine Arts Museum?
So yeah, I assume Lanny would have
Yeah, Lanny.
fixed the tires or gotten a new car or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the
rental,
tires
maybe?
during the day, Lanny got the tires replaced of all the vehicles outside.
Nice.
It cost a lot of money, but insurance is going to cover most of it.
That's why she
Because-
has more resources. It's
Well,
fine.
also, if you slice all the tires, insurance covers it. If all the tires are sliced, your insurance covers it. If you only slice 3, then you got to pay for them.
Fair enough. Good to know.
Yep. I don't know that for reasons.
I mean, it's common knowledge, right?
It
Totally.
is.
Totally.
Yeah. Everybody I know knows about it.
Yeah. So I guess we're heading over. discreetly moving the body by. I assume there's still a loading dock in this museum. Maybe not.
No,
maybe a
there
back
isn't.
door?
This used to
A
be a
back
house.
door?
I'll just
The garage,
cast a little
maybe.
shadow. Just cast a little shadow over what we're doing. Nobody will see us. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll just go through the garage. It's fine.
There is no garage.
Yeah,
the
there's no
back-
garage.
Whatever. We'll go through the back door.
You fetched a
fine.
rug. You fetched a rug. It's just a big rug.
Just put a big rug in the back of the SUV.
Yeah, you're moving.
Fantastic.
You're moving.
And we're headed over to the museum.
You got
Sounds lovely.
dominate. Who cares what people see?
Exactly.
If they confront you about it, then you change their minds.
Or make them forget about it.
Exactly. All right.
Like we say in New York. I can't even say it with a straight face. Never mind.
You all. So the vehicle heads to the Fine Arts Museum. Just to quickly expedite it. The body is dropped off and and put into a hold, like taken by Elysium security for a hold to be held. When you inform her that she requires questioning, Elysium security will let you know that they will look into methods to attempt to wake her, but it might take time.
Good.
All right. So now you are going to search. Are you going back to the last place you saw her?
I'm gonna probably, while in the museum, it's a secure location. Yeah, while in the museum, I probably would, once again, take out the spool of white satin, and cut off a piece, and then cut my hand, wrap the ribbon around,
All
spend
right.
a rouse check.
Yep.
Question for you. Do you know the resonance of my hunting from earlier?
No, I don't do resonance.
Fair enough. Would it be enough to get my third dot of blood source?
Oh, if you're going to, okay, I will, hang on, I think we have a command. Res, I did not realize you were going to.
I didn't either. I was just like, well, if I'm gonna do this ritual, I might as well.
Okay, how many there's 5 resonances. All right,
One's animal, so
pick a number between 1 and 10.
6.
6, all right, so 6 and 7, or no, wait, 5 and 6 are your goals. 6!
Okay.
This is the right resonance.
Fair enough. Then I will learn that third dot. I'll get the ability to after the session. And then I will give it a shot. See if I can catch a ribbon on fire.
All right.
That's 3 successes. Oh, and I didn't. Well, actually, I have to go down. I didn't rouse check. I passed the rouse check, so I guess it is. I'll roll again. Just be.
I mean, you got 3 success. If you got 3 successes.
4 successes. 4 successes is good.
All right. You pass the ritual check, and the ribbon catches fire. And much like the night before, it's almost like a filter goes over your eyes, making the world seem a little bit hazier in a way that only you can understand and process correctly.
And I'm just looking at the group. We need to go back to the resort, the bay, the Twilight Bay. That's terrible. Why? Never mind. Let's just go. I can find it from there. I should be able to.
All right, let's go.
All right. You guys head back to Twilight Bay and head over to the hotel that 2 blocks down that Wally had followed Aisha to. Go ahead and give me, I believe it's a wits and survival, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember, but yeah, possibly.
I did not. I like it. I always like it when I land on the page I need to, or at least very close to it. This was not one of those times. Month and Blood Alchemy. Let's see. It is. Okay, yes, it's an intelligence and survival roll.
Intelligence is slightly better. Can I blood search this?
Yes.
Pass again.
I burn a willpower. Maybe?
Sure.
No? Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. You see the silvery footsteps that would be the trail of that Aisha left behind. And if you were to follow it, you feel fairly confident you can keep your eyes on it.
Okay. Emmerich would be relay. I assume we're all driving in the vehicle with Lanny at this point.
Yes.
For relaying directions that way. If the trail is getting particularly like bright and vibrant, like I know I'm getting close, I'd probably have Lanny like slow down and be like, we're in the right area.
Okay.
If it happens.
Yes. So you guys, you start to see the trail veer off into a shopping center, a very large shopping center across the street from a mall. And the trail leading to one of the shops in the large shopping center. The shop is called it seems to be an electronics store called with the business name Tower VPN.
I'm gonna be doing my best to remain hidden, get closer in the parking lot if I need to, and well, I'd probably look to the group. I think she's in there. What do you want to do?
Oh God.
What else haven't you told us?
It's me, and it's an electronics store.
Yeah, it seems convenient.
What?
It seems convenient if we need to shut down everything, I guess. I don't know. Or
I was
have
thinking
to
about
kick you out of the
being.
store immediately.
I was thinking about how much of an inconvenience it would be because the moment I walked in there, everything would go fucking haywire.
She knows we
Completely
were
draw
there.
attention.
So the plan is Leaf stays outside. Got it.
I didn't understand. Are we in a mall, like a strip mall, like
It's-
a bunch of
So to call it
stores
a
side by side?
the stores are side by side, but to call it a strip mall would be very much diminishing the size of this shopping center. It's basically like an outdoor mall. The stores are meant to be very large. Like there's like stores like Best Buy across the street. There's a mall on another side of the street. There's restaurants nearby. This is very much a shopping center, like a shopping hub of the city, with a lot of big name stores.
Okay, because here shopping centers are a different thing altogether.
So
Yeah,
it's,
no.
it's an outside mall.
It's basically
It's an outside mall.
it's an upscale strip mall.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I step outside of the van. I'm invisible.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your rouse check. And go ahead, Alicia.
That's a fail.
Do we know who owns this? I mean, it's our VPN. Is it one of ours?
No idea.
Everyone go ahead and give me a wits and awareness.
Sure. It's the worst that could happen. Really should have put more into that pool. 1 success for me.
3 successes.
4.
4, okay.
Two.
2, okay.
Six with a messy crit.
Okay, I'll say you just get 1. You just get hungrier.
Okay.
So anyone who got higher than a 3 or higher, can see that The interior of this place doesn't look like much and doesn't look like it's been used much in a very long time. If this place does have business hours, it doesn't seem to hold them frequently.
Is it open now
It
or
is-
is it closed?
It is closed. It's closed, and you like just from the looks of things, you can't even tell the last time this place might have been open.
I wonder
Like-
if she's using it as a safe house.
Possibly.
Do you want me to open it up?
She's clever. She could also be using it as a decoy and blow you up. Well, if opening up is the right choice.
I will say that anyone who got four or higher will know that they didn't. Will be able to see that there doesn't seem to be anything other than a security system attached to the door.
Well, we all like up on the door then. Okay.
Like
Or-
there's an interior, like you can see, like it's a window front, so you can see inside the building. It's dark inside. There seems to be like a couple of desks, a lot of like computer parts and different like still like you can see like the lights of modems still going, so you know that at least the power and internet is still set up in this place. But it's like the only thing that you can see that could be a detriment of you breaking in appears to be on the wall inside the building, the store, a security system. Like one of those business alarm tied to the door. If someone breaks in, it's going to go off.
Aside from the cheap security system there is another issue that we have to think about, and that's she probably already knows that we're here, and the longer we stand out here trying to figure this all out, the more time she's given to get away.
I will say
If she doesn't already.
even with your one success, Emmerich, you do see that the silvery footprints go into the store, but the darkness kind of overpowers. They disappear a little bit behind desks and boxes full of computer equipment, so you can't see where they go from past like the first 10 feet of the store because there's just so much stuff in there.
She's in there. I'm not very precisely where, but she has been there very recently.
What would happen if Alessandra would touch a door with a security system? Would it trigger or would it just make it go poof?
Can't you just take care of the security system, Wally?
It's inside.
I can unlock the door.
Okay.
Then he can take care of the security.
Or we can just.
I mean, I can totally just snuff it out.
Either way, let's figure it out when we get through the door.
All right.
Scenario, I can talk to the police.
All right.
Or security. Probably mall security type people, I guess.
If I'm talking, I assume I'm not invisible then.
You can whisper.
Okay.
All right. So, Parker, go ahead and give me a Dex and Larceny.
Can I help her?
Yeah. If you want to throw her an assistance die.
There you go. There's the assistance die. I'll hold your tools.
I'll hold your tools.
That way you can pick and choose which ones you need.
I see what you did there.
6 successes.
6 successes. Parker, while this place may look extremely high tech, whoever installed this lock did not get understand the assignment because it was so ridiculously easy to break in. Like, it's kind of sad, honestly. Whoever is in charge of making sure that this place is safe from the exact thing that you're doing should probably reevaluate their business decisions.
Can I activate heightened senses and do like an in-depth scan of everything? Because I This is too easy.
Sure. You can activate
All
heightened
of-
senses.
Yeah.
Okay. So you activate heightened senses. Parker, as soon as you break in,
I'm aware.
the alarm goes off. And it's
I am aware of
very
what's happening.
loud.
Yes.
Leaf, take a point of willpower damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Do I know exactly where it's coming from that I could probably silence it?
Yeah, you can. So the alarm is blaring throughout the entire store, and you can see that the keypad is like about 5 feet away from the door, on the wall.
What would my silence of death affect it at all?
Probably not.
Okay.
Can I deactivate the alarm?
Sure. Go head over to the keypad. Go ahead and roll me a wits and technology,
Why wits though?
because you're having to think quickly.
Oh.
Wits is for quick thinking, and intelligence is for more more calm environment thinking.
How much
Fair
would
enough.
I?
Can I blood search?
How much would I need to assist?
Yes.
If you have 1 dot in technology, you can offer Wally an assist.
Okay, I'll offer Wally an assist because I
It
have
is
just.
much obliged. I forgot to roll your dice. It did not help. But it's also very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. All right. 5's enough. It's a very basic. It's a kind used security system. Clearly, whoever owns this establishment isn't putting much consideration into what's protecting the overall exterior security of the business. At least for you.
While this is all going on, damage aside, knowing what I was getting myself into, can I still just be looking around while everybody is moving and deactivating the alarm and stuff, just to see? I took the risk. I knew it would hurt like a bitch, but this is too easy, and I'm worried that somebody's gonna set off another trap that we can't see, or that there's somebody waiting, lying in ambush. I'm so paranoid right now. Leaf is so fucking paranoid.
Just for the record, Emmerich is outside with Lanny, like, because of the alarm, waiting for security or anybody, police, whatever he has to play.
There does not appear to be anyone approaching.
Still gonna wait up.
Okay.
For now.
Leaf, go ahead and give me a wits and awareness.
I have 5 successes.
5 successes. So after the ringing, like the ringing that was in your ear kind of evens out and it stops after a few moments of recollecting yourself, and like even though you don't need to breathe, you just do it as a habitual focusing thing, like breathing in, out, just to like recenter yourself and get your mind back on the task of listening. You don't hear the sound of any bodies or any movement, like humanoid shaped movement, aside from your fellow coterie mates. You hear mainly the sounds of computers whirring quietly. Like you hear soft electronic buzzing throughout the store. And you do see that there is a bright LED light coming from behind a stack of boxes.
There's something going on here. Everybody needs to still be cautious, but I do see an LED light over there with that stack of boxes. Leaf does not want to go like inside the store quite yet because she's worried that something will happen if she sets off all the electronics inside, whether they're just snuffed out completely or otherwise.
Gotcha. All right. Emmerich, after a few moments, no kind seem to be approaching. You feel fairly confident that if someone was going to approach, they would have approached by now.
We good to go in now?
The door is open and the alarm has been turned off.
That was a
Leaf.
question to my coterie.
Oh,
to the
my bad.
storyteller. All right, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
I mean, Leaf did just state that for everybody to still be cautious, but that she doesn't, like, she's not seeing anything except for that LED light in that stack of boxes.
You're making a really big assumption that Emmerich trusts Leaf's judgment of all.
I was just saying,
I'm
what?
just kidding. I'm so just kidding. But yeah, Emmerich would still look around. We going in? You gotta be careful.
I don't know if I should go in because there could be the only trap set up in here is if any of the electronics go out. That literally could be the trap, and I do not want to be the one to set it off. So I will keep points.
Yeah, go ahead and keep lookout, keep point.
All right, do the rest of you head on inside?
I thought I was
Yeah.
already in.
Oh yeah, Wally, you're inside, but you're now that since you interacted with the security system, you did come out of obfuscate.
Yeah, if anyone is not looking at me, I'm going back into being invisible and I'm going snooping.
Okay. I'll say that there's a desk nearby that you could have ducked behind.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and give me a
Yeah.
rouse check again. Are you going to try to do the same, Sean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can Leaf attempt to stealth herself in the shadows with Shadow Cloak?
Okay, just if you're just using Shadow Cloak, go ahead and give me a Dex and Stealth to see if you can just stay visibly out of sight from the outside perspective. I'm assuming that you mean from like a street perspective.
Yeah.
Do I need to do a rouse for the obfuscate?
Yes, obfuscate. Yes.
Parker will get inside too.
Parker will go inside. Are you sneaking or are you just heading in?
Sneaking.
All right, go ahead and give me a Dex and Stealth. And Wex, how are you approaching?
You said these buildings are connected, right? I can't go around back. That's not-
No, they're all attached to each other.
Then, yeah, Lanny and I are going to head in quietly
Mm-hmm.
and try to follow the trail the best I can.
All right, both of you go ahead and give me a Dex and Stealth roll for the two of you.
Would I get my break-in specialty for this?
Yes.
You want two separate rolls?
Yes, one for Lanny and one for you.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, as long as the successes beat the success required, does it matter if on both of your hunger dice you rolled bestial failures?
As long as you succeeded in the roll, the skulls don't matter.
Okay. I
What
have
was
6 successes, no
Six-
crit.
Yeah, 6 successes is plenty.
I got 4 successes to sneak.
4 successes, okay.
And he got 6 with a crit, and I'm looking for my. I think it's decent. And yeah, stakeout's not going to come into play, I would assume, unless it does.
Sean and Wally, you guys are invisible. You're good.
And I got 3, so Lanny got 6, Emirates got 3.
All right. So the 4 of you venture further inside while Leaf remains guard outside to ensure that she doesn't fry any of the tech inside. And you start approaching the LED light that from what you can gather it might be coming from a computer screen of some sorts, just from the type of light it is. Emmerich, you can see the silvery footsteps heading in the direction of the LED light near the back of the store.
Mm-hmm.
You get closer and you round a stack of boxes and you find a computer tower set up on the floor that looks like it was hastily plugged into the wall and hooked up to the internet and everything, and a computer screen just put on top of the tower and quickly turned on. And
Wally, get over here. Oh, go ahead, sorry, continue.
And you can see that there is a screen open, a window open on the computer screen.
I'm gonna look at it, but I'm gonna also be like, Wally, I think you should look at this. And then Emmerich is going to attempt to look at this.
Okay.
Not really to do anything, but other than sort of see if he can figure out what the hell is going on.
All right. Wally, are you looking at the screen as well?
Yes.
All right. So you guys look at the screen and you can see that the window is for a file location for a program called Shattered Pyramid. And you can see that there is also a smaller window with a loading bar that's filled up all the way green that just says transfer complete. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session. Thank you so much for joining us for an episode of St. Pete by Night Mementos. This week we have a lot of our programming. On Friday we have What the Hell Is That? Our Hunter the Reckoning stream. ST'd by Cole. On Saturday we have After Dark. On Sunday we have Bloody Strings, ST'd by Bera. And on Tuesday we have Rage Across Tampa, which is our Werewolf the Apocalypse stream, ST'd by our head storyteller, Kent. And then on Thursday, we also have Don't Get Caught, which is ST'd by myself, by yours truly. And next week, we'll be here for another episode of Mementos here on YouTube. But yeah, definitely go check that out. And we'll see you all next week, everyone. Bye.